Hello there. This is Max with A1 Website Pro, and we're moving right along on our PHP 7 tutorials. In this tutorial, we're going to be talking about PHP 7 operators. Okay, so without further ado, let's go up. Make sure your XAMPP server's fired up. Let's go to the application. Fire up my website, just like so. And if you need these files, click the link in the description below. You can download them and come right along with us. Next thing, fire up your Dreamweaver or your other editor and make a new file and call it operators. So you go to Files and then you can right click, New File, and then call it operators. .php. Make sure you get rid of that HTML. Okay, and that's how you make it. Now I've already created mine, so I'll do the HTML and then I'll just delete this. Edit, delete. So I'm deleting the HTML one, but I already have the .php one. Okay, let me go over here to my snippets, and I got a whole thing lined up for you. Okay, we're going to start out easy, and then we're going to get hard. So how do we add two numbers with a PHP 7 operator? So here's addition for you. This is simple addition. X is set to 2. Y is set to 3. Echo X plus, the plus sign is the operator, Y. So what is that going to give us? Let me hit Command S. We will go to our operators page. .php, and here you have the number 5. Okay, so 2 plus 3 is 5. This would be the same here. Let me go ahead and comment this out for a second so I can show you guys. This would be the same as echo 2 plus 3. Okay, that'd be the same thing. You still get 5 here. I'll show you. Refresh. See, we still got 5. But up here we're just storing them in variables, and that's what you want to get used to doing, because as you're programming you're going to want to store all of those in variables. Alright, so anyway, let's go ahead and get rid of this simple addition. And what do we have after addition? Subtraction. So let's throw in our snippet there. So this is some simple subtraction. X, the variable X, is set to 9. The variable Y is set to 5, and we're going to echo out X with the minus operator sign Y, and that should give us what? 4, right? So let's go ahead and refresh the page, and voila, we get 4. No big deal, right? Now I want to show you something else that you could do here as we go along, and you could do this with any one of them. And let me make another variable called total. T-O-T-A-L equals variable X minus variable Y. And then down here we'll just echo the total. Command S, go there, we'll refresh, and you see we get 5. So 9 minus 5 is 5, right? No, that's not right. Instead, the operator used the set to sign instead of the minus sign. So we'll put the minus operator in there, hit Command S, go back, refresh again, and there we got our number 4. Okay, but you could do it like this. Total in programming, we usually do it like this because we usually don't know what these variables are coming in from a database. You know, that's why we have to do it like this. But let me go ahead and we'll get rid of this right here for the simple subtraction. Let's get into multiplication. Okay, so X, the variable of X is set to 3. The variable Y is set to 5, and we're going to echo out X with the PHP 7 operator of multiplication Y. Okay, so Command S, 3 times 5, say it before I refresh, boom, 15. Okay, hopefully you beat that. That's pretty slow. Okay, so pretty simple stuff here. Simple lesson for this particular time. So we did add, subtract, multiply. Now let's do some division. Okay, so once again, we're setting the variable of x to 8. The variable of y is set to 4. We're going to echo x and the PHP 7 operator divide by the variable of y. So let's hit Command S. We'll go here, refresh the page, and we get 2. Because 8 divided by 4 is 2. Okay? All right, pretty simple, right? All right, so let's get into some a little bit more interesting stuff. Let's do modulus first. Okay, so this is modulus. If you divide by two numbers and have anything left over, that's your modulus. Okay, so for example, 3 divided by 2. What do you have left over? 1, right? So how do you do that? X, the variable of x is set to 3. The variable y is set to 2. So we're going to echo out x modulus y. Okay? Now the answer should be 1. Go ahead and refresh. And we do. We have the answer of 1. Okay, so that you, now if you would do this, if the first number would be 6, or let me, yeah, 6, okay. We do 6, not 5. Okay, if it's number 6, the answer should be 0. And the reason why is because there's nothing left over, because 2 goes into 6 evenly 3 times. So let's go ahead and hit Command S, refresh, and here we have our 0. Okay. Now how about if we put the first number is 9 and put this as, oh, let's say, let's put it as 7. Okay, so what should we have left over after 7 goes into 9? Or I'll tell you what, let's do 6. What should we have left over after 6 goes into 9? We should have 3 left over. So hit Command S, we will refresh, and there we have our number 3. Okay, so are you understanding modulus? You know, it's a lot like division. You divide one number by the other. If there's anything left over, that's your modulus. All right? Okie dokie. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, well, let's go on to exponents. Exponentation. Okay, so in this example, we are using the exponent 5 to the third power. So that'll be equal 125, right? So here we are, taking the variable of x, setting it to the numeral integer of 5. Taking variable y, setting it to the integer of 3. We're going to echo the variable x exponentially to the variable y. Okay, so let's hit Command S, refresh, we have 125. So what is that saying? This is 5 to the third power. All right. So let's break this down. We'll start with little numbers. 2 to the second power. What would that be? 2 times 2, right? So let's go here, refresh. You see it is 4. How about 2 to the third power? 2 times 2 times 2. What would that be? Okay, see if you can beat the script. 1, 2, 3, go. 8. Very hard stuff. Okay. So anyway, that's exponents. And that's how you use them in PHP. Now there's 2 more things that I need to show you with these arithmetic operators. Okay. One is increment. So let me give you an example of this increment. We take the variable of x, we set it to 3. We take the variable of x one time and just put 2 plus signs behind it. And that increments it 1 number. And then finally we will echo out x. Okay, so if we start with 3, by the time we echo this out, it should be 4. So hit Command S, go to the script, refresh it, and indeed we get the number 4. Okay, So, and that'd be the same if it was 7. Well, if the number was 7, the answer should be 8. Okay, so it's just adding 1. Adding 1. And we use this a lot in loops. You know, we're going through loops and we need to do something with it. We use this increment. But there's also another one that works similarly, but it's called a decrement. Decrement. It's kind of a dirty name. Decrement. So this is how you decrement numbers. We take the variable of x, we set it to the integer of 3. Then we take the variable x and we decrement it with a PHP 7 operator, which is the minus minus sign. And then we're going to echo out the decremented number. Decrement. Okay. So hit Command S. We'll go to the script, refresh it, and we get the number 2. And just to show you that is working, we will put this at 100. And then we will decrement that number. Decrement. Refresh, and we get the number 99. So that is decrementation. That's how you decrement a number. PHP 7 operators. Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying these lessons. If you are, please like, share, subscribe. If you need the files, of course, go to the website and download the files. You get the files for the entire website. We're going to be continuing on. All this stuff is knowledge. You have to learn the language, and then you have to learn the arithmetic of a programming language in order to use it and to understand it. So sometimes you start understanding it before you can use it, right? Like sometimes I can understand Spanish words, but I forget what they are when when I go to use them. But if somebody tells me something in Spanish, I can understand it. So that might be how you learn a little bit with this programming. You'll be able to understand it, and so that's why I always provide the files. And then whenever you go through things, you can come back to a1websitepro.com and grab these little snippets that I keep on there, because I keep all of them on there for you, so you can come back and just copy and paste them. In fact, I'll show you what I'm doing right now in this article right here. I'm doing the video lesson for it, but let me go ahead and hit preview the post. And as you go down through here, if you want to get to something real quick, like if you wanted to get to the modulus, just click on that. It brings you right down to the modulus operator. And you could just grab this little snippet right in here and use it. Okay, I also included the comments in there, so it's a little bit easier for you to understand. So you have all these code examples on the website that you could just grab and go if you need them, or add them to your snippets, like I do. I add them to my snippets in my Dreamweaver. Okay, this is Max, over and out. I'll talk to you. See you in the next lesson. Bye.